Derek, it's been a little while since we've been to the town of Silent Hill, and this is the Silent Hill Direct. Wait, no, what's it called? The transmission?
The transmission.
It should be like the Silent Hill pager. Like it just... If we're going to be late 90s stuff, right, it should be like your pager goes off and it says it's time for Silent Hill, and you're like, yeah!
Now, if we want to keep the kayfabe, we should be like, here's like the open letter. Right?
Yes,
here's
you're
the
right,
postcard.
You're right. That's true. No one has technology in Silent Hill. Like if you brought a cell phone to Silent Hill, they'd be like, that's Alessa's witchcraft.
I hate to inform you of this, Matt, but like there's an entire Silent Hill game based around a cell phone.
There is. I forgot about it.
The Wii. All right, and also, and this is a point, and Matt, I don't mean to shame you here, but like this is how long it's been with Silent Hill. The memories all feel distant memories. Actually, I looked this up. So, of course, it is 10/19/2022. I don't know if you realize this.
Yeah.
3 days ago was the 10-year anniversary of Book of Memories. The way forward Vita Silent Hill game.
Are you're really telling me that they didn't sync the Silent Hill Direct transmission featuring Silent Hill to be on the 10th anniversary of Book of Memories? They couldn't have done this 3 days earlier.
I really question these Konami folks. I'm starting to think.
I'm starting to think
got their shit together.
They don't respect Silent Hill, I don't think, if they're gonna... and even aside from that, around that time, remember there was also, hey, we pitched a first-person Silent Hill on the DS to Konami, and they're all like, yeah, no, fam. And and they're like, okay, we won't do that then. We won't give people another Silent Hill game. And that turned into the Dementium series, so that's sad.
Shouts to those guys, because the Dementium games are just fun. Like, just good schlocky horror bullshit. Good stuff. Like, not high art, but good, very fun stuff. As I can pitch to you the Dementium games right here. They were pitched as a Silent Hill game, first person. At one point, to solve a puzzle, you walk up to a piano and you play the letters D-E-A-D on the piano.
What does that spell?
You play dead.
To be fair,
dead to open up the door or whatever it is.
A lot of American-made Silent Hill games have puzzles like that. They're like, oh, this will pop the boys in the back. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, that's hilarious. That's amazing. Like that's the subtlety of the American Silent Hills for the most part.
I actually have not played Downpour, but also HD and Downpour came out in 2012 as well, so we're like...
It was a great year for Silent Hill.
Yeah,
One of their best.
So we're like 6 months past it, but we're also the 10-year anniversary of Downpour. But
there you go.
And then PT was August 12th, 2014, and then it was delisted in May 2015. So at best, we are sitting here, man, 7 years out? 8 years out from the last...
I think so.
Yeah, the last real Silent Hill thing. Though to be fair, there were skateboards.
There were probably like there was probably a Funko Pop or two that were missing. There was Jessica Negri cosplay of her Pyramid Head, which is amazing. She's done more for the Silent Hill community than Konami has in 7 years.
Also, shouts to Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight had Pyramid Head and lots of great references with using Heather. You can also dress her up as, I think Lisa Garland, and I think you can dress her up as like Sybil Bennett as well.
And also you can dress her as Alyssa. Like she just gets a costume switch. She doesn't shrink down into like
form. There is like a female, like an adult version of Alyssa.
Yeah.
They split her soul into two forms, Matt. The lore of Silent Hill 1's confusing. I think I'll say this, and I don't know if you feel this way, Matt. I've never done a reaction video like this before.
Oh, I'm glad this will pop your cherry, as it were, of reaction.
So
and there's nothing more hype than Silent Hill announcements.
All right, I've been a Silent Hill fan since really the first one. I'm dead inside. I've been
As you should be.
Maybe a lot of Silent Hill fans out there feel this way, but like they're every few months over these last 7 years, there's been a rumor about PT coming back or this, that, or the other thing, and I kind of stopped retweeting those. I stopped reading the rumors. I just was like, I can't take it. I can't take it. So even if right now, you know, I can't promise I'm gonna do backflips, because even if they do promise something really cool in this transmission, I'm like, cool, I want to see it. I want to see it done.
Because it's also like, is there a percentage chance that these things will not come out?
Yeah.
And you would think 8 years ago, oh, Kojima's working on it, has big names attached to it, Guillermo del Toro, Daryl, you know, that's going to be amazing. And then, you know, what happened. So even if they announce that like Will Ferrell's starring in this Silent Hill game, like they might cancel it. You don't know. I would love to see Will Ferrell in Silent Hill just screaming at monsters.
And yeah, that's what he does best, is yelling and screaming. You drink from the bowl.
What? There's a doghouse here.
Or what if like Pyramid Head is chasing you, and behind the veil, in the mask, you just hear Will Ferrell screaming lines from Elf behind you.
Oh, here comes one.
Classic. Oh, pending.
This presentation may contain explicit scenes of violence and gore
that you might find disturbing. Oh, that's the bathroom in Silent Hill 2. Yeah,
that's why you're on this broadcast with me today. Yeah, we're gonna be looking at the mirror, I assume.
And the hands.
They're so wet.
Oh.
And then it's gonna blast a pachinko logo.
Could she really be here?
Like this and Resident Evil 4 are like two games you just can't remake. Like they're gonna sell you another game.
Both.
They're gonna sell you another game called Resident Evil 4 and Silent Hill 2, but it is not going to be a remake. It's gonna be different. But okay, fine.
Yeah, this is blooper team as shit.
Why is the door opening up?
Dreams,
Ooh, if that's gameplay, that looked nice. That Raccoon City.
Hill.
Look, here my yellow.
Okay.
All right. And
there you go.
Yep.
So they did work with both those creators on the Medium as well, or at least Yamoka, I think. Yeah, that's the scene.
Oh,
that's the
boy.
one you show.
That's not the hospital. That's still in the apartment building.
I know why I needed you.
Oh, is that the Historical Society down there?
That's Derek's big favorite.
That's it, man.
But it's all over now.
Oh, he's so sad.
He's like, but why blooper team? No. Yeah, I want the shittiest combat possible. I don't want like combos and stuff from like Homecoming.
The combos were fine. They were just it was the wrong game for it.
That's what I mean.
Just starts playing a Lover's Suicide from Rule of Rose. We're not gonna get to see James. I'm real. Oh.
Okay, PS5 only
here?
logo.
So we didn't see Maria or Laura
or like technically gameplay. PlayStation console exclusive. Well, I didn't see the rest of that. Oh my
Welcome
God,
to
they're
Silent
stuck in the
Hill Campus.
town!
Get out of there!
I'd like to keep you
No!
informed about Silent Hill. My name is Selena, and I will be your facilitator.
Selena.
Thank you very much for having me. And
Pro horror gamer
サイレン
MC.
トヒルシリーズのプロデューサーを務める岡本元井です。今日はよろしくお願いしま
There's
す。
Where
still
have
a
you been
producer?
for the
まず
last
はじめに
decade,
サイレン
sir?
トヒル2の映像をご覧いただきました。そしてですね、より詳しくお伝えするために一緒にゲームを作っている人をお呼びしています。では早速ご紹介
Oh,
い
do you
た
think
し
this
ます。
is just
コ
going
ン
to
セプ
be
ト
a
アーティストの伊
half-hour
藤正弘
infomercial
さん
about
です。
this remake?
Which I'm fine with, especially if you show a few snippets of gameplay, because I really don't think there was any there. Oh shit.
岡本さん、伊藤さん、
Silver
サイレン
Fox
ト
over
ヒル
here.
が帰ってくるんですね。
はい、そうなんです。ファンの皆さん本当に大変お待たせしました。
We had nothing better to do.
帰ってきて
Thank you
その
for
第一
your
弾として
patience.
サイレントヒル2をリメイクいたします。伊藤さんにお声掛けしてからそろそろ3年ですよね。
いや本当長かったです、
3 years.
Oh,
でも
wow, okay, that's
このタイ
surprising.
トルをまたこう再始動できるっていうそのタイミングを皆さんにお伝えできる。
He looks like a Yakuza boss.
伊藤さんの
Like
場合
that you would fight in the
Twitter にも
games.
すごくファン
No,
の
he's
方
just
が
an
コメントされ
old
てるので
Japanese man with
隠して
swagger
るの
mad.
が
They're
大
not
変だ
all
ったんじゃない
Yakuza
ですか。
bosses.
That's
そうなんですよ。岡本さんに苦情されてましたからそのことに本当にファンからいろいろ質問されてそれをのらりくらりと交わすのが大変でして、
いや僕らもちょっと脇で見ていてちょっとドキドキしておりました。それでですね、サイレントヒルといえばもう
They're
一
so
方
calm being stuck in this
作曲家の
foggy
山岡明さん
hellscape.
山岡さんとも一緒に作っているんですけれども、ちょっと本日はですね残念ながらこの場に来られなかったので
He's too
ビデオメ
busy
ッセージをお
wearing
預かりしており
leather
ます。
pants and
どう
being
ぞ
cool
ご覧くださ
somewhere.
い。
山岡です。
Oh, there he is. See, look how
There
cool
he
that
is.
guy is.
21
What I
年
tell you?
20年以上経った作品でリメイクという形でまた
It is a
新しい
big deal when
作品
Japanese creators like get back with a corporation after some type of, you know, falling out or leaving. Like it doesn't happen
当時
too
はその
often.
いろいろこうチャレンジしようというか、ビデオゲームっていう中でも新しいものというか今までないものをテーマとしても作ろうみたいなところもあって、当時ディレクターがドストエフスキーの罪と罰を読んでください
Some
って言
light, just some
われて
light reading, you know.
何を作るんだろうな
And then he
で
told me
音楽も
War and
もちろんですけ
Peace.
ど模索というかすごいいろいろチャレンジしてた思い
What
では
does
あり
reading
ます。
War and
この
Peace
タ
have
イ
to do
ト
with
ルであ
Silent
れ
Hill
ば
2?
新しい音楽ってい
You
うも
made the
の
game,
を
just make
作り
music
上げられ
again.
るかなっていうのはすごい感じてました。未だに20年
They asked me to read all of Animorphs. It was a strange request, but
心の中に残って
I understand the game I already
すごく
scored 20 years ago better now.
本当にこの上ない
yeah, it is a little weird to ask like someone that was like always there on the ground floor to bone up
He
on
was-
Silent
He
Hill.
was like probably who worked the longest for the
新しい音楽
series.
もそうかもしれないですし、従来のファンの方にもきちっと届けられる。
Well, if you
心に刺
recall,
さる
in
そう
Downpour,
いうデザインだった
Yamoka
音楽だった
like quit Konami before that, so they had to replace him with a. I forget the guy's name, but he was the composer of like Dexter, the TV show, and he did a good job, but people still gave him a hard time at first.
作れたらいいなと思って
I
い
mean,
ます
Silent Hill fans have had a hard time.
皆さんもぜひ楽しみにしていて
And also, that game put corn in it, so
Was that the one
山
with
岡さんありが
corn?
とうござい
yeah,
ま
that's
す。
the corn
コナ
game.
ミのサウンドね、若いスタッフみんな山岡さんのことを尊敬しているので、みんなワクワクしながら一緒に仕事
There's
させていただい
staff
て
at
おります。
Konami. This is
そ
all
して
news
です
to
ね、日
me.
本だけでなく
I thought it was just an empty building.
It's just, yeah, empty buildings with, like, janitors and exercise machines.
ブルーバーチームで制作して
So,
います。
of those games listed of Blooper Team, I kind of feel Observers is the best one, the one that I personally liked the most. I still had a few issues with it, but
and it's widely recognized as one of the best games ever made.
For many Bluebird team members, Silent Hill is the title which
Nice
made
hoodie.
them fall in love in horror
Very
games.
spooky. Dressed for the job.
I put on my spookiest hoodie for this
This is why
for
we
this one
approach
sentence
our
I
work
said.
with a great respect to original game.
To ensure that we are keeping this unique Silent Hill atmosphere intact, we are working closely with original creators such as Masahiro Ito and Akira Yamaoka.
I mean, obviously, it's really good that they're on board in a significant capacity because it
We want
does
Silent Hill 2 to
make you
the
at least
same
go,
strong
okay,
impression
well,
today
if
the
Bloober
original
Team
game
were
did
doing
21
this
years ago.
all by themselves, I'd be a
While
I'd be
we
a lot
want to
more
achieve
worried.
the same end result, players' expectations evolve over time, and certain things need to be modernized to have the same or similar effect. For example, that's why we went
There's
with
so
the
much of Silent Hill
over-the-shoulder
2
camera,
that like you just
so we can immerse
I'm
players into the
skeptical
game
you
world
can
as
do it
much
again.
as possible.
I don't know. There was such a steady hand with the characters and the story in this.
We are creating a synergy where new or modernized mechanics and
Because
features
like when they
actually
remade
support
Resident
the
Evil
original
1,
spirit
you know, the
of
first time, it
Silent Hill
wasn't
2.
that long,
Combining
so
the
it was
old
kind of
with
like
the
fresh
new
in your
is
mind. But
an easy
now,
task, but
you know,
we believe
Silent
we're
Hill
on the
2
right
is accrued like this reputation as like, you know, this masterpiece that it didn't necessarily have like the, you know, the year it released. You know, still got good reviews, but like it's now legendary.
Simply,
So
our goal
it's
is
like
to
even
recreate
harder to remake
everything
it.
What made the game a timeless classic, but give it a new form which will draw players
make sure the
even deeper
combat's good.
into the foggy streets of Silent Hill.
I want traps and alts.
Yeah.
I want cooldowns on my special moves.
Got the ridiculous combos. Yeah, never seen.
この現場からサイレントヒル2が生まれたんですね。
そうなんですよ。もう彼らは本当にホラーゲームとサイレントヒルが大好きで。
I mean, I'm sure they do love the game actually.
I can almost feel like that maybe Bloober Team in a sense tried to remake it a couple of times already.
すごく愛を感じました。
素晴らしい。
It is 素晴らしい。
伊藤さんも一緒にポーランド行きましたよね。
はい、年の瀬の寒い。
I didn't like
で
it.
何度も何度もね。
It was cold, unlike here. Balmy, humid Silent Hill.
そうですね。一緒にもうお酒を飲みながらホラーゲームの未来、そしてサイレントヒルの未来について熱く語り、そしてゲームを一緒に作るということですね。
I will say, like already off the bat, I'm very impressed with this presentation. Like they're going all out, you know.
Do you think this is like a green screen, or are those like little stoplights above them? Like, are they actually props?
It could be.
Or are they
don't
bouncing
know.
on a loop? Actually, that might be an animation loop. I should
Might
probably be
be.
paying attention to the words being spoken, but
Hello, everyone. My name is Christian Svensson, and I'm the Vice
Just
President of
some
Global Third-Party
PlayStation
Relations
nerd.
at Sony Interactive Entertainment.
you know,
Oh
actually,
wait, I
think
know
about
this
it.
guy. I forgot. I met this guy at a Capcom
Congratulations.
event.
This is definitely a
Was he-
celebratory
was he-
moment.
was he nice?
And we're looking forward to bringing Silent Hill
Dude, this
2
is the head of
exclusively to
Capcom
PlayStation
during
5.
like Capcom
Being
USA
huge fans
during
of the franchise, our team at SIE
2010-ish.
feels fortunate and excited
Woof.
to support the revival of Silent Hill.
Yikes.
Okamoto-san
He had a
will be
mustache
eagerly
back
await
then, though.
hearing more about what's in store for this
You know, now
beloved
that I think
franchise.
about it, this being
Thank
a
you again
Sony
for your
exclusive,
partnership.
like Sony
応援
does
あり
a
がとう
good
ござい
job
ま
with
す。
their exclusive
サイレントヒ
games.
ルは
They
プ
do.
レイステーションと共に成長してきたシリーズです。
If you know people from Konami and Silent Hill are keeping a close eye on Bloober Team,
皆様の
and
サイ
Sony
レントヒル2に
themselves
寄せ
are
る期
keeping a
待が
close
す
eye
ご
on
いですね
Bloober Team.
私自身サイレントヒル2
that
の
could be
大ファ
good.
ンなのでもう
Yeah.
話聞いてるだけで
'Cause
ます
like
楽しみになってきました。
ありがとうござい
If
ます。
they could, if
ファンの
Sony
皆
must
様には
realize
です
if
ね
they can nail
本日
this,
からプレイステーシ
it would
ョン
be
5のスターページも
It
オープ
would
ン
be
してい
they're
ま
already
すので
getting like
そちらの方もチェックしてみてください。よろし
PSVR
くお願いします。
exclusive
そうなんです。わ
content
かりまし
in
た。
Resident
ファン
Evil
としてすぐ
Village.
にチェックさせていただきます。
Yeah.
それではこの回
I
は
mean, I'm gonna see a lot of people bummed that
ありがとうございました
Silent Hill 2 remake is going to be available on the least available console.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bummer, so
はい。このイベントはサイレン
Oh,
トヒル
please
2
do
だけで
skits.
終
I
わら
want to
ない
see
んで
these
す。
people try and do
今後は
skits.
世界中
Yeah, yeah,
の
yeah.
才能あふれるクリエイターたちとサイレントヒルの世界をさらに拡大していきます。
まだ続きがあるんですか？
はい。
wait, there's
そしてその
more.
新しいビジョンの一つをお披露目することができ
New
るんです。
concepts.
ビデオの方をご覧ください。
Trailer number 2. Another movie.
Why are you here?
Pachinko.
No.
Oh, that's
In
very
this place. Why are you here?
that's very Kojima.
You're to be punished.
Oh shit,
That's good,
Annapurna.
Oh.
You know what? I think you're right. I think we've done something so awful. that We are stuck here in this place.
Stories Untold is a super scary game. It's just a text-only game. It's got some. It's. I played that a few years ago. It was awesome.
I don't know. I don't know what no
You're here
code
for
is.
some other reason.
Neither do I. I guess it's just the developer name.
Anywhere near you. When you figure that out.
Townfall.
Not Downfall. Townfall. All right.
Maybe it's Townfall is like implying that when shit went down
Hi,
in
my
Silent
name
Hill
is
the
John
first
Killen. I'm
time.
the creative director at No Code, and we are working on Silent
I
Hill.
really like
Townfall.
that beach,
I remember playing
wave.
the original
Yeah,
Silent Hill
it's
on
different.
PS1
Really
back
cool.
in 1999, and became a fan from that moment on. So for
I-
us
I
to
like
work
the
on this
authenticity
game
with those
our friends
European
at Annapurna
PS2 games.
feels like an actual dream come true. It's a real honor for us to bring a new title to this
So
series
Annapurna
that
does
both
put like
respects
publish a
the source
lot of
material,
cool stuff,
but
like a
also
lot
does
of
something a
games
little bit different with
I've
it.
enjoyed.
Say
Like
that Silent Hill has been an inspiration to
and
No
and
Code
the
would be
Stories
a
Untold
massive
game, like yeah, it's basically a
previous
text
two games,
adventure,
Stories
but there are
Untold and
visual
Observation,
aspects
both
to
played
it.
with that same deep
And
psychological
it scared the
core. And in
shit
No
out of
Code,
me.
we're all
Like
about weaving that narrative and that
there was a
experience
game
into
with a
every
couple
aspect
different
of our game design,
scenarios,
our
like each
audio,
were
our visuals,
its own little
even our
story.
UI.
So I'm pretty interested.
So
in
That's
it.
obviously, the
exciting to
teaser
hear
trailer is
because
just
I
the
feel like
beginning,
that's something
and
that a lot of people
we can't show you any more just
like-
yet. We're going to be hard at work for a while.
even like
but we can't wait to come back in the new year
what's
and
the
show you more.
blanking on
Until
the
then,
Shattered
might be
Memories
worth
in the Wii
watching
game.
that trailer
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Had a really good story, and I really liked
It
how
did.
it handled the story. I hated the running segments,
Me
but it was
too.
it was worth suffering through them sometimes because I felt like the story was
予告編には
was
鳥
good
肌が
enough,
立ちま
and
し
I
た。
feel like if you
期
can
待
nail
も
a
やっぱ
story,
高いんですけれ
that's
ども、
why I worry about
これは
Bloober
どのよ
Teams.
う
I
なき
feel
っ
like
かけで始まったん
they
でしょう
haven't
か。
they're not show
はい
I've not seen a
実
lot
は
of
ちょっと
evidence
し
that
た
they
カリ
can
フォ
do
ル
a
ニ
good
アで
story.
のランチミーティングから始まったんですよ。
But they can get the look, at least. I don't know.
アンナプルナインタラクティブとノーコードの大ファンだったので、
I
こ
don't know who
の
No
絶
Code
好
is.
の機会を
I looked that up.
必ず成功させたいと思ってます。サイレントヒルの新作を一緒に作ってくれ
They
るこれ以
listed
上ない
another
パート
game
ナ
that
ー
they
だと
did
思
called
ってます
Observer, and that's a game where there's a bunch of spacemen, like astronauts, in a space station, and like the AI in the space station like spies on them and like takes over and
no observation.
Observation, yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
you basically are playing. You are Hal.
Yes, you are.
And yeah, actually, Grace and I played that, and that was interesting. I didn't love it, but it was different, and I thought that the ending was really kind of chilling and interesting.
お、次は何でしょう。
Oh, I love
サイレントヒ
it.
ルはゲー
Oh
ムみたいな
yes.
展開もあるんです。ここでは
Has
その
more
情
to
報をお
offer
伝えして
beyond
いき
new
ます。
games.
なるほど。
Yeah,
また
yeah,
新しい
yeah.
情
On
報を
a
教えますね。
skateboard.
Pachinko
ではここで
machines.
アシスタントプロデューサ
NFTs
ー
are coming
内
back
藤
in
理
a
さんをお
big
迎えし
way.
その新たな展開について伺っていきましょう。内藤さん、お願いいたします。
サイレントヒルの IP 展開、クロスメディア展開を担当しています
Oh boy,
内藤です。
cross
よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
If there was a really well produced animated, let me be clear, animated Netflix or whatever show, I would be interested in that. A live action one, I would not be.
No.
数年前に
We tried
映
it
画の
twice.
元々作った映
Didn't
画
work
のプロデュー
out.
サーの方から最新作作りたいという提案をいただきました。
Oh no.
監督は
no.
第一作の方を
What was it like?
演出され
Eternal
た
Darkness or Infinite Darkness? The new Resident Evil
さらに
show.
いいプロット
Okay, they're gonna get the original director of the original Silent Hill, the first movie.
ただですね、
Which wasn't that great.
映画だけでいいのかと
But it was still not, it was still pretty good for a video game movie.
Oh man, that second one.
まあゲーム
That
と一緒
second
に
one's-
復活する道のりを
Oh.
という感じになります。
I guess I've only seen it once, and that was like 10 years
で
ago
は
or
ここで
whatever.
そ
But
のプロデューサ
I've
ー
seen
監
it
督2
twice,
名
and
から
like,
熱いメッ
yeah.
セージいただいてい
that's
る
two
ので
times too
ご覧
many.
ください。
I don't need a Silent Hill live action. I'm good.
What about a dating simulator?
Yes.
Okay.
This return is my return to a world, a universe.
I do remember that this director was really, really passionate about making the first one, and like he really tried to do like his utmost to make the film, and it
Yeah,
just
it wasn't bad.
Story of a young
You
guy
could tell there was
coming back
like
to Silent Hill.
the thing.
It should have been worse.
Yes.
And what he's going to
But it
is
took
a
so many
pure
things
nightmare.
from the games.
I have the
but of all the
chance
things you
of
could have
being
taken
very
from
close
at
with
that point the
Christoph,
first 3
and we
games,
together
you don't
has
take the
achieved
story.
to convince
Yeah,
Konami
that's true.
that there is a new version of Silent Hill. That
I'd like to think with like,
and
you know,
they
elevated
are
horror
the
from like A24 and like
The first
other like
Silent Hill,
really
we
good
were
horror movies in the
exploring
last 2 or
the
3
world of
years.
this small
You're not
town,
gonna make
completely
Silent Hill
closing
1
to-
again,
into
which
the
wouldn't
mist.
cut
It
it.
was like
Like
being
you
trapped
make the
into
same
a
type of
Twilight
movie where
Zone.
it's
But in the
just,
second
you know, kind of
game, you know,
actiony and a little bit
creator of the game have changed the
schlocky
rules,
with like a
you know?
simplified
We were
story that tries to
basically
cram
going
in
back to
and
Silent
explain
Hill,
too
the same
much.
town.
I'd like to
But
think
we
they'd
were
pare it
looking
back, but who
this
knows?
Strange
Yeah.
world.
The thing I hated about that movie was there's literally a moment where she's like, well, I will explain everything to you now.
Yeah.
And the movie just like stops and it's like, all right, well, here's what's been happening. And also like, there's the
into this
like the laser dodge scene with all of the nurses.
At his core, it's also
that was just weird.
The myth of
Yeah.
Orpheus.
So they're basically just making
Whenever
Silent Hill 2,
a man
the
can
movie.
go deep in hell
Like
to
ignoring
bring
the
back
first,
soul
the other
or
movies, I
person
guess.
he loves the most.
Which is good. I mean, if you're going to do anything, do that.
So it's much more about psychological.
So we're
horror.
remaking Silent Hill
Even
2,
if
and then we're making
we are
a
going
movie
to
of it.
find again all the same creature and the same strange.
We're doing a movie
terror
of the
sequence and
remake.
things like that, but the first big interrogation and the first big terror is about ourselves.
And also, Eddie Townsend will be played by Chris Pratt.
Are we saying to go back to Silent Hill to find this great
Featuring
love?
Pyramid Head, voiced by
This
Chris
one
Pratt.
now has so many years from
Voiced by
first
Charlie Day.
that there is a clear idea from Christoph to make it modern, but also very true.
I mean, that was the
also
idea
what
of
it
back in
is.
2006
We
as
are
well. So
also respecting the will of the author, the producers, and Konami into this adaptation.
But I'm thinking about it in my
Christoph
head,
is
like, would I
really
rather them
somebody
try
that
a brand new
respects
Silent Hill
the work
again?
that has been done,
And I'm like, I don't know if
but
I
that
would. I'm not sure if
also
we would
has
be
his
more
own
excited,
vision.
like a whole new
It
Silent Hill game
nurture the
or these
creative
remakes.
vision
So I guess that
of
like that no
the
code
authors
game
from
is
the
a brand
game,
new one.
but with
Yeah.
a different vision from a filmmaker.
how much time is
And
left? There's
both they have
still
created,
like we're
I
still
believe,
at least like something like
that
10
has
minutes left.
struck
So we'll
mind
see. Maybe
for
there'll
some
be a thing.
Trucking along here.
The game of
Remember this
Silent
awesome
Hill
part of the
franchise,
game?
they are great
It's not going to be in the movie.
and I have a responsibility to transpose that on a big screen, you know.
If they
Christoph
went
is
back
a
to
real
this guy,
gamer.
or this
He
guy
has
campaigned
been
so
immersed in
hard
this
to
world.
come like,
That's why,
you know, like what, 15
first
years
film was so
later?
well received by
Like I
the
still
fans,
want to do this. Like
because they
I will
felt
say that has to be.
was
I'm
one
not.
of them,
I'm assuming
and it was so
Konami.
important for me
That
to
Konami is not going to be
respect
paying like the money
That-
here
that was the
is
base-
probably not the
the
big
start of
issue.
everything.
Like to go back to
Everything
this
starts from
guy
this
in particular
So I'm
to get him
going
on board
with
at least
a
means
maximum
someone
of
is
humility,
passionate about this.
maximum of
You know what I
respect.
mean?
Yeah,
But at the
I mean,
same time, I
there's
have quite
somebody
a charge,
looked back on the
quite a goal,
franchise
which is
and
how
said,
to
what are the things that
transpose
worked?
the
Silent Hill
language of the
2,
game,
the first
which is
movie. What
entirely
else we
about
got?
Immersion.
Not much else.
it.
Into a story that we can tell in 90 or 100
The monsters are also one of the key elements that the fans are waiting.
Like one thing they did
And
really
we
well
are
in the movie is just
updating
the
those in a way
costumes
that
and the
the
practical
creation is
effects
similar,
on
but
the
they will be
performers
striking.
in like
me,
for
one of
every
my
creature.
major goals
Yeah,
Like that stuff was top notch back in
It had the
2006.
look, but like, who?
redesign
I don't know. It just,
the
it was
classic
cool
monster
to
of
look
Silent
at, but it just kind of felt fan servicey. It didn't really amount
did.
to
You're
anything.
not wrong.
the helmet.
I don't know. Yeah.
He's
I mean, again, you watch
Revelations,
Revelations, Silent Hill,
Revelations
and that's
3D.
like,
Well,
Revelations
yeah,
3D.
3D. Thank you.
Sir,
fan.
3D.
But in
I
the
should
same
not
time,
have
for me, it was-
disrespected
it
it
was
without
Jon
the 3D
Snow
moniker.
before he was Jon
It's
Snow
alright.
in
It's a
3D.
new universe.
It really
It's a
was.
new
Like, I think I
challenge,
tried to look
and
up a
those
timeline because
are
I wanted
very
to make a what
important
happened
to
on that movie,
bring this
and there really
icon
isn't.
to
There's
the
nothing about that
audience
movie that went
because they
wrong.
want
They're like, no, it was
them to have
textbook.
that wow effect.
Like, we nailed it. Like,
That's why, you know,
there's
I
nothing that
found
went
very
wrong. It's
interesting
just bad.
collaboration with
Oh, I
like,
hated
he-
this scene with the nurses, though. Sorry. I hate
Yeah,
it so much.
no, you're
We are
good.
also working on
But that
new
is funny
episode
about, like,
for the franchise of
Boy,
Silent
that movie
Hill.
was a train wreck. And it's like,
It
no,
was
was it?
perfect.
The younger
No, it was,
audience, they want that
everything went
collective
really great.
experience. They want to be with their friends. They want to talk
Silent
about
Hill
it, but they
Revelations
want
3D,
also
a story
to
of
live
things going
that
right.
experience together.
All know that watching an
That'll be your
alone
April
at
Fool's
home
Day video.
is quite
Oh,
different
it's
of
just
being
not
to
even
a big
about
theater with
Silent Hill
all
Revelations 3D.
everybody
It's about
jumping
you
at the
trying
same
to
time.
make the video.
Make the story of the creation
We are
of the video.
modernizing. We are giving him what the audience of today is
I want there to
really
be
wanting.
two
We
voice
are
tracks
trying
for
to
this
do
movie.
as
I
much
want
as
it to be
possible,
all original
creating a new
dialogue from the new
experience for
actors,
that audience.
but then
Could be
I want to take
more
the original
immersive,
dialogue from the
interactive.
games and
We
it's
have
dubbed
now new
over.
technology,
But not pay the
we still
voice
have
actors any
Absolutely
new royalties,
not,
though.
no.
Yeah.
Best is the
We'll
story.
pay them
And this
$5,000
story is at the core.
up front, and that's
So
it.
we hope that
Yeah.
Return to Silent Hill will be a great return.
We all hope that.
If we want,
We all hope that.
to
We
keep
all
the
want
link
that.
with the audience, you know, we
But
have to
we've been living
to
in
be
this
perfectly
world
aware that
on planet
everything
Earth, and we know how
change in 15 years.
how things
Everything that
actually
we
go.
Washed away, you know. we have to bring back something.
So you know, it's like
very surprising.
Resident Evil had a rough time, and then like 7 comes out, and of course it has detractors, but most people enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The first of whatever is being announced here that comes out, that is the tone setter, right? Whatever the first thing will be, if it's pretty good, then it's like, okay, let's give everyone the benefit of the doubt and assume everything else will be of a similar quality. So whatever the first project is going to have a lot riding on its shoulders, because then no one's going to be excited for the rest of these projects, because they're announcing so much.
They're really going for it, though. I never thought I'd see the day. But here we are, 2 games, 1 movie. 2 games, 1 movie, and we still have like 10 minutes. 15 minutes?
Still something like that.
ありがとうございます。
I think the last 5 minutes of this like YouTube video that we're watching is just like a credit thing, like just a still image. So
それではこの回もそろそろ
fog.
内藤さん、
that's all for this
岡本さん、ありが
segment.
とうご
We
ざ
are
いま
now
した。
moving into the historical society.
Yeah, what are they going to be next? I want to be like, aw.
Yeah, it's the best part.
I would like to share with you some of Silent Hill related items that will help you enjoy the game even more. Here is the first one we would like to introduce. From get-go, you all very know, 1/6 scale statue of Red Pyramid.
Yeah, hell yeah. Derek will have 2 of these in his house.
The art director and the monster designer of Silent Hill 2, Masahiro Ito, all
Misty
details
Dan
are
remains the
fleshed out.
judgment. It's
you can
him.
even see the details we couldn't express because of the video.
I wouldn't
games
want to have
stuff
this
at the
hanging in
time.
my house. Nah.
Yeah,
Face capturing
you say
the
that,
scaffold
but
can be
I'll still buy it
connected,
for
and
you.
You can recreate
Okay.
the scene of the final fight against 2.
I
red
do know
pyramids.
Gecko, the statue
Up
maker,
next,
and they are
James
quite high
Sunderland
quality.
1/6 scale statue.
See, I wouldn't
The
want
realistic
this.
sculpture
It's just
perfectly captures
James, who's a
James' exhaustive facial
putz.
expression.
Yeah.
Not only the handgun, but also the
I kind of don't like his face, and I was a little worried about how extra emotive he seemed to have gotten in the remake.
At his feet,
Yeah, I don't like
a lot
that.
of those cutscenes, like, I don't know.
Maria from Silent Hill 2
He needs
is
to be
also
a mannequin.
coming as a
Why would
1/6 scale statue. It is the very
Wait, what's
first
up with his
official
face, though? Let me get a
statue of
close-up
Maria
on that
with the
smile.
high quality and beautiful details. The right hand is interchangeable.
Hey,
with
do
the
you want to
hand
have
holding the
Christina
gun,
Aguilera
which
at the Kids'
appears
Choice
to be
Awards in
Scenario
2003?
born from a wish. Last but not least,
Uh,
the secret
Yeah!
Inu end is
No!
also recreated
That's the best!
as a 1/6 scale statue.
Oh, that's
The diorama
okay.
statue will
Okay,
be
You
yeah,
have
no.
to. You have to buy
James
that.
collapsed
No,
to his knees
yep.
and say,
I have like
"So
2
it was all your
t-shirts
work."
about that already. Like,
From here, we will introduce some
It
products.
was
from
you
the
all
Silent
along.
Hill
There they are.
skateboards.
First, Silent Hill board collection.
That's
We
so
need a
sick. How did
collection
this
that
girl not pop
encapsulates
off when
all
she
that
saw
horror and
that?
weariness, featuring legendary
Oh, look at number
characters
4.
from the
It's
first
just
4
the
installments of
giant
the
head
franchise.
scene, which is
Oh,
like
that is
These
good.
easily
hand-numbered
the
limited
best
decks
part
are now
of
Art
Silent Hill
of-
4.
pre-order.
Of that game,
In
yeah.
official
Yeah.
Konami shop, all these products are now
Oh.
Wait, Mira the dog? It has a name? I didn't know that it had a name.
Here's further
guess so.
information
What?
about Silent
I
Hill
want to see the
bits.
dog.
From Crazy Rock, 1/6 scale, fully articulated
Oh, it's like dragging a
collectible
nurse.
figures of Red
That's pretty
Pyramid
elaborate.
Wait,
But
it was never
seems-
dragging.
nurse
It was
are
never
coming.
dragging a nurse. Okay, it
They
was
are
dragging the
high quality
mannequins.
and
Okay, I never
fully
dragged a
articulated.
nurse. Thank
That's
you.
true. That's not this statue is not in tune
From
with the
this
lore.
company,
Excuse me?
Pop-Up Parade Bubblehead Nurse,
Bubblehead
is
Nurse.
coming with affordable
What's up
prices.
with the mouth going on there?
Pop-Up Parade is a series of figures that are easy
Yeah,
to
it's very
collect.
square.
Each figure
Does it have a
typically
wrapper?
stands
It
around
looks like a
17 to
condom
18
wrapper on his
centimeters
face.
in height. From Bedrock Collectibles, Red Pyramid Thing and Maria
Wow, there's a
Elevator Chain
lot.
diorama is
Why is it red? Wait,
This
hold on.
statue
Red Pyramid
diorama
Thing?
captures
Is
a
that
moment
like
in
some
time
kind of like
as
legally?
Red
We can't call it
Thing
Pyramid
readies to
Head?
swing his great blade while
Well,
Maria
it's
attempts to run away
actually
and
called
reach
Red
the
Pyramid
elevator
in a lot of
time
things,
with
isn't
her
it?
outreach
Pyramid Head.
This
I thought
diorama
it was just
will be
Pyramid Head.
coming
I guess
soon
I'm
to
not
the
so
Bedrock
nerdy on that.
Collectibles website.
I've just
Konami
seen
is proud
the
to
words to
present
describe
all these
Pyramid Head
items
as Red
on Silent
Pyramid in a
Hill
lot of
e-commerce page.
like
Don't miss
Or
it.
he's the
in there.
executioner, you know?
Yeah, that too. What's he called in the in Dead by Daylight?
I think the executioner, right?
Okay.
Because like that's you find out in the historical society that like at some
Now the
point
scene has changed,
the
and we
pyramid
have our
heads
next
were
guest.
you know
Our
death
next
by
guest is
stabbing
Jacob
or
Jacob,
hanging or
please introduce
skewering
yourself.
was
Hi,
the
my name is Jacob Navok, and I'm the CEO
prisoner's
of
last
Jacob,
ounce
what
of
will
freedom.
you be
Was
presenting
decide how they
this
died.
time?
I'm going to show you a new kind of Silent Hill, an experience that you haven't seen up until now.
A whole new experience. What is it all about?
What is it all about?
Please take a look at this video for him.
Let him answer the question. You can't.
No. Cut to the video now.
Sunday roast. Hive Beast. Lizzie's slimmer. Hype beast. It's just Mark 45.
What the shit?
Is it the Demogorgon?
This could be like an asymmetrical multiplayer game, maybe? A new type of Silent Hill?
Oh my god, they just rip off Dead by Daylight.
That looked like a cool creature, though. Silent Hill?
Genesis?
Ascension. Okay. Still unclear.
Three games.
Bad
Robot and Behavior.
Robot. Oh my god, it is!
I don't know who those other two people are, but...
Bad Robot Games, I didn't even know Bad Robot had a game label.
So Del Toro can't make a Silent Hill game, but J.J. Abrams...
Face your trauma together.
Oh, so it's a...
Dude, I'll fucking play that. I'll give that a shot.
Well, this is going to be another world of Silent Hill. Jacob, could you please introduce your project?
Now it's too much. Now there's too much games. It's going to blow up in their fucking faces.
I enjoy watching streamers playing Silent Hill with their fans. We love the feeling of being scared together, of experiencing
Nothing brings people together like fear.
It's why watching horror films in the theater is so fun. Silent Hill Ascension takes that feeling of communal fear to a massive scale. It's a live, real-time interactive
this
series
dude
where
rattling
millions of
off
fans
them
will
cue
watch together
cards.
as the chilling story unfolds. You can change its outcomes and even be a part of scenes. There is no reset button.
Whoa,
Decisions that you
just
make
like real life.
mean life or death in the story.
You die in Silent Hill Ascension, you die in real life.
Canon.
Wait, so is he saying it's more of like a narrative, like movie game?
Behavior.
It almost think it was like a haunted house or like a interactive movie, like a theater.
Like
situation.
Until Dawn, kind
I'm so
of.
excited about this new world of Silent Hill. Here are some messages we received from two important partners in the project.
Here's some
Before we look
messages
at
from
the
them?
messages, could you please introduce them?
Today we're going to hear from Bad Robot as well as Behavior.
I see. Okay, first things first. I would like to read a message from director
Oh man, this is
J.J.
gonna rub Del Toro really hard. Oh.
Yeah, we're teaming up with
Genvid's
J.J. Abrams.
presents a wild, epic, and innovative.
Man, he couldn't even record an audio message. He's too busy.
From the desk of J.J. Abrams, thank you.
Next, please watch the message from the art director of Bad Robot and the creative team of Behavior Interactive.
I'm Chris Amaral from Bad Robot Games and art director for Silent Hill Ascension.
He recorded something. He's like, yeah, fine, I'll turn on my Zoom.
And the feeling that the fans have come to love from the franchise, while also adding our own twist of an oppressed, tormented, and morose dimension of reality. Silent Hill creatures are often manifested.
Yeah, that's just 2020 until now.
Minds. In Silent Hill Ascension, we build off of this. Our creatures are inspired by the personal traumas and internal demons of our characters' past lives. We want the art style to be a fresh take on the brand, while still being equally respectful to where we've been before.
In 2021, we released The Executioner and the survivor Cheryl Mason in Dead by Daylight. Today, Behavior once again will dive into the world of Silent Hill.
We couldn't get me a boom mic or a lav. He persevered.
Wow, that like Konami working with Behavior on Dead by Daylight must have really made an impression on Konami. Say like,
that was the thing that finally got us to play Dead by Daylight.
It's true. Huh?
That and you and your lovely wife play it all the time.
Silent
too,
Hill Ascension takes you
I guess
and the entire
friendship
community
also
on a unique
helped
interactive
inspire us, but
storytelling
Pyramid Head also.
experience where the decisions you make affect the characters and the world. Those decisions become canon, and there's no reset button.
Okay, we get it.
This is a whole new chapter.
But can you like
with new characters?
Can you show us like 15 seconds?
Where the stakes couldn't be more.
No, Matt, that would require a
We're
reset
thrilled
button.
to be working with the talented team
And as we covered,
Bad Robot, and DJ
there is no reset button.
This is why I'm saying there's going to be multiple Silent Hill directs.
Sign up at Ascension.com for updates.
I can see the new charm of Silent Hill. The fun only gets better. Jacob, what do you think?
There's so
of the
much
two
fun.
message videos?
So fun.
I'm thrilled to work with these incredible
What do you
teams.
think of
Together,
the
we're
two
gonna
video
revolutionize
messages,
what horror means in
sir?
interactive media.
That's fantastic. We are excited
They're fantastic.
too.
So
I hope
fun.
everyone
The
watching
fun
this
doesn't end.
distribution is eagerly
Silent Hill.
awaiting this
Silent
new
Hill,
Silent
where the fun never
Please
ends.
delve into your past
Thank you,
traumas.
Jacob, for sharing your
So much
fascinating
fun.
title with us today. Thank you for your time, Jacob.
Thank you very much.
Oh no, he's being swallowed up by the void.
Yeah. So while this is a good time and they're announcing tons, we haven't actually been shown anything.
A
lot of flashy JPEGs and cutscenes.
Thank you very much.
And then working on
Finally,
combat.
we will leave you with that completely new video.
Oh,
Thank you for watching Silent Hill.
This video message. Pyramid Head is Smash is back in development and Pyramid Head's being added. Not actual gameplay. Don't worry, we're used to that.
Yeah. That's a cute doll. Oh, we're going hella Japanese. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, it's gonna be Silent Hill cross Fatal Frame.
Whoa. Or Siren.
Or Siren.
Because this was like what Siren Blood Curse, like a lot of areas look like.
Yeah.
Put some shoes on, girl. You don't gotta be like that. Hey, no means no.
Get away, Red Vines. Red Vines taste terrible. They're also a great enemy in a video game.
All this piano is starting to remind me of Rule of Rose.
A little bit. I get that vibe.
I thought it was a baby crying.
Could still be.
Oh no, people that have that phobia. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'm not I don't have that, but I'm not a fan of it either.
Yeah, no, I get why people don't like it. Also, I've kind of thought about like the idea of plants growing on you and stuff like that. It's kind of creepy.
Not a fan. Yeah.
Oof.
Ew.
That's not good.
Don't poke your hand in there.
No. 5.
No,
Silent
F, of
Hill.
course. Silent Hill.
Silent Hill Forte.
Okay.
I don't know who that is, but maybe I should look.
Kara, yeah.
I should look up who these people are because they're showing me names like I should know who they are.
Yeah, developed by Neobards. So Konami has no developers, like zero, right? Like they don't make games, but they are funding games to be made, I guess.
That is an improvement. You know, that is not nothing. Shit. So okay, we had that game at the. All right, I don't know what the hell that was.
That
looked
looked like
cool.
a Japanese, like made in Japan Silent Hill game by a third party that Konami is contracting to do that. Like that's a brand new world, a brand new game. It has nothing to do with previous games. That's my interpretation of that.
Yeah. And I kind of feel like other than the Silent Hill 2 remake and the Silent Hill 2 movie, yeah, they are kind of going all new. You know?
Yeah, because Ascension is definitely a new thing. Hey, Derek, did you know that in Ascension you can make choices and you cannot pause the game? Anyway.
Wow, it sounds as though that this game, in fact, does not have a reset button.
and the Townfall, which I'm assuming is a very small, like, contained thing. So yeah, there's like basically 2 old things and 2 new things.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Yeah,
that's
remake,
a nice balance.
Townfall, Ascension, and F. Return to Silent Hill, and then you can buy the dog. You can buy a figurine of the dog.
I forgot. That's the biggest.
That was actually the highlight.
That was a megaton. That is what we call in the industry, folks, a megaton.
So hold on though. Oh my god, this Resident Evil 4 remake. Isn't there going to be a new Alan Wake game too?
Yeah, but they're like that's really far off. But we announced that we're making it.
Well, there's the Dead Space remake, and then there's the Callisto Protocol. Yeah, whatever that's called. Which may as well be another.
So where's the sequel to Obscure? Where's my Obscure games? Like that's the fourth pillar of horror video games, and I'm sad they're not there.
You know what? I have my problems with it, but if somebody were to remake Rule of Rose and finish that game, because it clearly felt like a game that was not actually finished.
Oh, and they're remastering Fatal Frame 4, which is like one of my favorite ones when I played the Japanese version. Like I thought that one was really scary and really good.
That was the one that the Wii one that didn't come out in America?
Yeah, exactly right. That's the one like Suda51 co-directed. So almost everyone has something going on. Like the late 90s, early 2000s PS2 kind of horror games. I think everyone's got something.
But
is there anyone that's missing?
What? No one's going as hard as Silent Hill.
This is crazy, yeah.
Like this, like I've said that like Capcom has certainly stacked the deck really high. They are running shit. I think Resident Evil's in a fantastic place. Possibly Resident Evil is maybe the best in the best place it's maybe ever been. But all these Silent Hill projects,
they're on skateboards though.
Yeah.
So Silent Hill one up on them. Okay, like the only thing that's bad about Resident Evil is adaptations of Resident Evil. Like no matter what happens, they're all trash. Unfortunately.
You mean like films and
Yes.
Yep.
Like I mean, it ultimately doesn't matter because who really cares as long as the games are good. I'd rather the games be good versus the movies being good and the games be shit. But like, so yeah, that's the only thing. I think the biggest unknown about this entire presentation is kind of still Silent Hill 2, where that very nice CG movie, but what even perspective did that play in? I think we saw that little bit of combat on someone's computer screen, and it kind of looked over the shoulder. Because one thing I kind of wished Resident Evil 2 Remake did was at least have, like, how Village is getting the third-person mod, or not mod, but third-person, like, camera option? Mm-hmm. I always kind of really wished RE2 Remake got a static camera angle, like, traditional Resident Evil viewpoint, like a DLC added to that. Like I would have played through that no problem again for that. I'll probably play through Village again with the third person mod.
I'm looking forward because now also I played Village on PS4 and now I have a Series X and I'm want to play that with like slightly looking better. I'm also really interested how the DLC for that's going to go because I thought that Village ended on a really interesting note. And I didn't realize that was going to be DLC. I thought that was where Resident Evil 9 was going to be.
Yeah, everyone probably did.
It's like, oh yeah, Resident Evil 9, you're the biohazard. Like, technically. you are the nemesis.
That should be the subtitle.
You are.
So I'm still... That's the thing where I'm like, that's got a lot riding on that. Like, I'd lobby to say that's the most important thing that they announced versus even, like, a new game. But... they will like I said, we'll see which project comes out first, and that'll be the tone setter. I'd like to think, since they mentioned that Masahiro was contacted 3 years ago to start work on this Silent Hill 2 remake.
Yeah.
So that I'd like to think just by that and what we were kind of shown that's the closest thing to coming out, because I think Townfall, one of the people behind Townfall said like, yeah, we just started making this. We're excited to announce what we're doing, but it's still a far way off. And I think Ascension had a 2023 date. So I'd say maybe Ascension and maybe Silent Hill 2 remake by the end of next year. That's just my thought process. What do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like Silent Hill 2 remake, you got to come out with that.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the only one that I felt like there were a lot of no release dates. But yeah, now that you mention it, that was the only one where they were talking about any kind of date.
Yeah,
we started working on this. We are working on this for no amount of time was mentioned ever for all the other ones. I don't remember. We got 5 big projects here. One of them's got to hit, right?
See, out of 5, I'd say if you have 2 projects, I'll be like, oh, that's really 50-50. One of these has to be like, this was a cool thing, do more of this.
Now, the one concern is that, and you pointed out, Konami is not making any of these.
No.
They're just kind of like being the liaison.
There's a producer.
This producer. They have hands on it, but they're not really in the trenches. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not sure if, what to really make of that, because on the one hand, I don't trust Konami themselves to make games anymore, and they don't seem to really want to anyway.
As you shouldn't.
So on the one hand, it's like, oh, cool, but they are giving it to somebody else. They're giving these projects to other people. But on the other hand, man, I don't know if I trust them to like balance,
pick the right people even.
Yeah, like this is a lot of plates to spin. But also, I think when all the Bloober Team talk was happening, it's like, I don't know how many other big developers are only making horror games, and Bloober Team is kind of it. And so it's like, are they like the best for this job, or are they kind of like the only people for this job?
You could have given one of these projects to Puppet Combo. There's no reason not to, you know?
Yes. I've reached out to that dude and said as much, and he was like, no.
No, of course not. He's smart to say no. But it'd be really funny if during the presentation, like, we tried to reach out to Puppet Combo, but he's like, no, I don't think I can do it justice. But like Blooper Team, they were all like, oh yeah, we can do it. No problem.
What? I'll say this about Puppet Combo. Puppet Combo don't need Silent Hill. I'm sure that'd be like the most money that they'd ever make, and it would be huge visibility. But like, Puppet Combo doing fine.
Yeah, Puppet Combo has their own like publishing label, Torture Star Video. Like they're publishing other people's horror games now, so they're good. But obviously, Derek, the highlight of this was the dog diorama. That is like that literally out of all of these things, it was something that's never been rumored. No one could have seen it coming.
Which
and
you would have
cute.
leaked that. How did that not leak? Let's be real. How did that not leak?
It's amazing. Thank you, Derek.
I'm looking around my office about like the best spot.
Where can it go?
Like I'm thinking about like there's actually we might have to put a shelf up between Grace and I, because we're gonna both want to have that.
As you should. Thanks, Derek, for stopping with me today. I'm coming out of this as a positive. They really swung for the fences. They didn't show a lot of real meat to it, but for the first of these things, I was expecting 2 announcements and then like merch, and that was it. But they went hard, so at least seems like Konami is trying with this, and we'll see if it pays off for them, Cotton.
It feels like that. Perhaps there are people in Konami for all these years trying to get the higher ups. Let's make games. Let's do some games. And they finally were able to twist their arms to get some things greenlit. So I don't know if this is I think a change for Konami. Like maybe the bad times are over. I don't know if it's quite ready to say that. But
yeah, no, not yet. A little early, but it is like a nice swing in a right direction, where I'm like, this was a well-made presentation. Here's all this shit. And it does, like, even though it's a lot at once, it's not like it's all going to be coming out the same year. Like, because that would be insane. Like, if they said, oh, everything's coming out in 2023, I'm like, yeah, no. You want to space these things out. And they clearly, like, 2 things that clearly inspired this. Fans constantly never shutting up about where's Silent Hill, why is there no more Silent Hill, you guys mistreat Silent Hill, like a decade of that, right? And them seeing how much better Resident Evil is doing now with like this constant conveyor belt of remakes and new games and shit.
And it's funny because it's impossible not to look at Silent Hill, PT, and then like draw a line between that and Resident Evil 7. It had the beginning hour, free download. It was all in first person. It went super hard on being hella spooky. Resident Evil 7 is probably still like the scariest full game that the series has ever produced. It's so funny. It feels like Silent Hill inspired Resident Evil, and now Resident Evil has inspired Silent Hill again.
Yeah, and then of course, like the suffering will inspire Resident Evil, and then it'll go in a cycle like that.
That's the 4th pillar it was missing, is suffering.
That was being
ties
stupid.
That bind
Obscure.
HD.
No, it's suffering. Midway showing Capcom and Konami how to make horror.
Man, I said in a video one time that the suffering was like, I was like, one of those, those masterpieces. And people got really upset at me. It's like, the suffering is fine, but if you're seriously like, oh, it's Resident Evil Remake and Silent Hill 2, it's up there. Like, no, you're crazy. Suffering is fine, but it is not in that conversation at the top. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. Thank you, Derek, for being on tonight. Let us now, both of us, go pre-order that dog diorama.
Yeah, it was him all along.